Hello, my dear children. Hearty welcome to you all. I am Sujata, dealing with social science. Before beginning, let us understand what is the objective of learning social science. Social science helps you to understand the environment in its totality. The content from history, geography, political science, and economics help you to understand society from different angles and form a holistic view. Thus, it helps you to be a responsible citizen in the process of development and nation building. Today, in this session, we will start with geography. The word geography originates from two Greek words. First word, geo, means the earth, and the second word, graph, means to write or to describe. So what is geography? Geography is a field of science devoted to describe the study of the lands, its features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth and planets. It always answers the question, where? For example, where is India located? Before beginning, Chapter 1, India, its size and location, let us recollect some of the key words that are very important for clear understanding of the chapter. Let us begin with difference between globe and a map. Globe is a miniature model of the earth. It gives us a clear picture of what earth actually looks like, and it is three-dimensional. Whereas map is a drawing of the whole or part of the earth's surface on a flat surface such as paper. It gives more specific information about places. It is two-dimensional. Now, let me ask you one question. Have you ever wondered which technique does the global position system utilize to provide an accurate locational relay? Especially during this time of COVID-19, this GPS system has been very useful. How can we locate a person or a place easily? For that, we should know about the just imaginary lines, or more specifically, imaginary circles that pass vertically and horizontally on the planet Earth. These lines form a grid system that allows to locate a place or a person easily. What are these just imaginary lines? The horizontal imaginary lines are called latitudes. The vertical imaginary lines are called longitudes. See from the picture how Earth's grid system is formed. Now, we will have a clear understanding of latitudes and longitudes and how it divides Earth into 4 hemispheres. The horizontal imaginary line that corresponds to 0-degree latitude is called the equator. The equator divides the Earth into 2 equal halves, forming the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Hemisphere means half of a sphere. The vertical imaginary line that corresponds to 0-degree longitude is called the prime meridian. The prime meridian divides the Earth into another 2 equal halves, forming the western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. How do we measure latitudes and longitudes? Both latitudes and longitudes are measured in degrees. Latitudes towards the North Pole is measured in degree north, and that towards South Pole is measured in degree south. It measures 90 degree at the poles from the equator. Longitudes towards the west are measured in degree west, and that towards east are measured in degree east. It measures 180 degree westward and 180 degree eastward. For better understanding, let us compare latitudes and longitudes by representing it on a graph. On the world map, we have the equator along the x-axis and the prime meridian along the y-axis, from where all the measurements start. Okay, which are the other important latitudes of the world? Look into the figure. Starting from equator towards north, we can see at 23 degree 30 minutes north the Tropic of Cancer. And at 66 degree 30 minutes north, we can see the Arctic Circle. Towards south from equator, at 23 degree 30 minutes south, we can see the Tropic of Capricorn, and at 66 degree 30 minutes south, the Antarctic Circle. Using these information gathered, let us locate India on the world map. India is situated in the Asian continent and is located in the northeastern hemisphere. Looking into the map and understand the latitudinal extent of India from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. It is 37 degree 6 minutes north and 8 degree 4 minutes north from equator. And the longitudinal extent of India from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, it is 68 degree 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east from prime meridian. Both of these extents are approximately of 30 degree. The actual distance from north to south is 3,214 km, while from east to west it is 2,933 km. That is because the distance between two latitudes remains the same throughout, but the distance between two longitudes keep reducing as we move towards the poles. So, east-west extent appears to be smaller than the north-south extent. From the figure attached, we can understand that the Tropic of Cancer at 23 degree 30 minute north in the northern hemisphere divides India into approximately two equal parts. To the southeast, you can see Lakshadweep, that is in the Arabian Sea, and in the southwest, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, that is in the Bay of Bengal. As you know, India is the seventh largest country and it occupies 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. Talking about India's land boundary, it has a land boundary of about 15,200 km and total coastline of the mainland including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, and it is 7,516.6 km. In the northwest, north and northeast, India is bounded by the Yangfold Mountains, and for closer understanding, look into the figures attached. Now, let us discuss something very important. Why is it necessary to adopt a local time of some central meridian of a country as the standard time of that country? Okay, we will discuss about Indian Standard Time, in short IST. Before beginning, let us recollect something very important. As you know, in one complete rotation, Earth rotates 360 degree. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. That is, 1 hour it rotates 15 degree, or simply 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. Within country, in India, from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of 2 hours. But the watches show the same time. Because the standard meridian of India, 82 degree 30 minutes east, passing through Mirzapur in UP, is taken as a standard time for the whole country. And between countries, Greenwich meridian corresponding to 0 degree longitude serves as the basis for world standard time or universal time. Theoretically, standard time becomes successively 1 hour earlier at each 15 degree longitude west of the Greenwich and 1 hour later at each 15 degree longitude east of the Greenwich. For example, when it is 12 noon at Greenwich, time at 15 degree east of Greenwich will be 1 p.m. and at 15 degree west of Greenwich will be 11 a.m. At 180 degree, it will be midnight. As you know, Greenwich Meridian passes through London, and there the British Royal Observatory is located. Now let us know her neighboring countries. India shares boundaries with Pakistan and Afghanistan to the northwest, China, Nepal, Bhutan in the north, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, Sri Lanka to the south. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by the Pak Strait and the Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives Islands are situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands. Hope you understood everything in detail. Now take your atlas and note how India stands apart from the rest of Asia. You can see the presentation again and again. Wherever you find difficulty, just pause and with the help of the figures, make it clear. Assignments are waiting for you. Before that, read and understand the chapter thoroughly. And if you don't have the textbook, you can download the e-copy of the textbook from NCERT Solutions online. Thank you.